Torah time! The weekly portion. What's it all about? It really means something. What can it teach me? Turn it. Everything's in it. This week's Torah portion is called Behalotecha. And this week we learn about something that's very important, the power of speech, namely gossip. On Yom Kippur, we recite a prayer called Al Chet. It's like a Jewish confessional, or listing out our wrongdoings. Out of the 43 sins that we recite in that prayer, 11 of them are about speech. How we speak to one another in Judaism is very important. In the Talmud, which is the primary source of Jewish law, we can find a passage that says the tongue is so dangerous that it must be kept hidden from view behind two protective walls, the mouth and the teeth. This is to prevent us from misusing it. In this portion, we read about siblings, Moses, Aaron, and Miriam. In the verses at the end of this portion, it tells us about Miriam and Aaron, talking about Moses and the Cushite woman he married. It was so wrong of them to speak about their brother behind his back and to judge his marriage. They were also whining that God spoke to Moses all the time, and God didn't speak to them. Well, guess who was listening? God was listening as they were gossiping. In Hebrew, that's called Lashon Hara, or evil speech. Well, God asks the three of them to meet him at the tent of meeting, the portable tabernacle, the Mishkan. And basically what happens is Miriam is stricken with a serious skin problem, kind of like leprosy, and she has to leave the camp for 7 days. Another thing we learn is that we absolutely cannot say false things about someone else. But in addition, we can't even talk about something that's true. Here's a little Hasidic story to illustrate the harm that gossip does. A man went around his community telling malicious lies about the rabbi. Later, he realized the wrong he had done and began to feel so terrible about it. He went to the rabbi and begged for the rabbi's forgiveness, saying that he would do anything he could to make amends. The rabbi told the man, "Take a feather pillow, cut it open, and scatter the feathers to the winds." The man thought this was a strange request, but it was a simple enough task, and so he did it. When he returned to tell the rabbi that he had done it, the rabbi said, "Now, go and gather the feathers, because you can no more make amends for the damage your words have done than you can recollect all the feathers." Jewish law says gossiping is like murder. When you gossip about someone, there is a good chance that you will ruin their reputation. And in Judaism, our reputation, or in other words, our name, is something we hold in high respect. In the Ethics of the Fathers, or Pirkei Avot, we read about the 3 crowns of great achievement: the crown of Torah, the crown of priesthood, and the crown of kingdom. It goes on to say that the crown of a good name is better than all of them. Here are some more examples of what we are not allowed to say. We're not supposed to call someone an embarrassing name. We're not supposed to ask a storekeeper the price of something that we have no intention of buying. And you're not even supposed to give someone a compliment if you don't mean it. Wow. These are some laws of speech that are super important if we want to live a good Jewish life. We are taught that when someone is speaking gossip, it hurts 3 people: the person who is speaking the gossip, the person who is listening, and the person who is being talked about. Let's resist the temptation to speak Lashon Hara and practice healthy speech. In this way, we can elevate our moment-to-moment lives and make them holy. That's our Torah time for today. Shalom. Torah time, the weekly portion. What's it all about? It really means something. What can it teach me? Turn it, everything's in it.